Ever wished you could see your metabolism in action? This slide is your thyroid hormone journey map. Research shows T4 and T3 are made in the thyroid, poured into your bloodstream, shuttled by transporters into cells, then flipped on or off by D1, D2, and D3 enzymes to fine-tune energy burn, signaling, and blood levels that shape your weight and daily energy. Frustrated by vague thyroid advice that never really explains why you still feel tired, heavy, or just not like yourself? On this slide, you are looking at the real chemistry of your metabolism, not wellness guesswork. The thyroid's hormones drive how your cells turn food into usable energy, heat, and movement second by second. When that hormone signal is even slightly off, your body can burn fewer calories at rest, change how it handles fat and sugar, and leave you with unexplained weight shifts or crushing fatigue, even if your lab numbers sit inside the so-called normal range. The pathways sketched here trace the journey from iodinated thyroid hormone all the way to cellular energy production, showing why diet, body weight, and thyroid function are tightly linked. In this series, we unpack that core connection so you can finally understand what your labs may be missing and how your metabolism and thyroid actually talk to each other. Here is what you will discover today about your thyroid and metabolism. First, thyroid hormones act as master regulators of metabolism, guiding how your body burns calories, uses fat and sugar, and maintains core temperature even when lab values look normal. Second, you will decode TSH, free T3, and free T4, and see how these tests reflect the brain-thyroid-body axis, rather than just a single good or bad number. Third, you will dive into brown fat science, exploring how this special fat burns energy to produce heat, and how thyroid hormones and metabolic signals help switch it on. Finally, you'll walk through evidence-based lifestyle levers for nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress that support thyroid hormone action and healthier energy expenditure over time. Now let's zoom into the key components that make this thyroid engine run. Your thyroid gland is a small butterfly-shaped organ in your neck, but it quietly sets the speed of your metabolism for your entire body. T4 is the main storage hormone this gland makes, and T3 is the active form that actually tells cells how fast to work, from brain function to heat production. TSH, or thyroid-stimulating hormone, comes from the brain's pituitary gland and acts like a control signal, telling the thyroid when to release more or less hormone to keep energy use in balance. Above that, the hypothalamus sends TRH down to the pituitary, starting the whole chain reaction that drives thyroid output. As T3 and T4 rise in the blood, they loop back with negative feedback to both the pituitary and hypothalamus, turning the signal down so hormone levels do not overshoot. Together, this three-step axis and its feedback loops turn your thyroid into a true metabolic engine, where tiny shifts in hormone levels create big changes in how you feel, move, and burn fuel every day. Up to now, you have seen how thyroid hormones are made, activated, and controlled. Next comes what your blood tests are really showing when you go beyond TSH to see the full thyroid picture. TSH is a useful screening tool, but because it moves inversely to active thyroid hormones, it can appear normal even when symptoms continue. Free T3 is the tiny biologically active fraction that directly drives cellular metabolism and organ function, while free T4 serves as its precursor reservoir, ready to convert when tissues need more signal. Reverse T3 is an inactive T3 lookalike that acts like a metabolic brake, slowing cellular processes instead of speeding them up. So rather than aiming only for normal lab ranges, reading TSH together with free T3, free T4, and reverse T3 helps define more optimal ranges that line up with real symptoms and day-to-day well-being. Now that you've seen how thyroid hormones work in the lab, it's time to connect them to something you feel every day: body weight. Thyroid hormones T3 and T4 are primary regulators of basal metabolic rate, or BMR, the background energy burn that keeps you alive even when you are resting. A steady BMR is crucial for energy balance and long-term weight management. Research shows obesity can alter thyroid hormone levels and disturb metabolic regulation, while meaningful weight loss can in turn shift thyroid dynamics and function. In other words, thyroid function and body weight form a two-way street, where changes on either side echo through metabolism and play a key role in overall health. When thyroid hormone production shoots too high, the metabolic engine overheats. That state is hyperthyroidism, an overactive thyroid that accelerates body functions and drives hypermetabolism. Rapid weight loss, increased energy expenditure, a racing heart with anxiety, and problems like insomnia, tremors, and heat intolerance are key red flag symptoms. One major trigger is Graves' disease, an autoimmune condition and the most common cause of hyperthyroidism. It often shows up with bulging eyes, hits women 7 to 8 times more often than men, and if untreated, can lead to serious heart issues and brittle bones. Understanding these signs early helps explain why someone can be underweight, wired, and overheating despite eating well. Here is your inner furnace in action. Brown adipose tissue, or BAT, is a specialized fat that burns calories to generate heat, helping maintain body temperature through thermogenesis. Active BAT does more than keep you warm. It burns calories for heat, supports whole body metabolism, and is being explored as a tool for treating metabolic disorders. Thyroid hormones are key activators of BAT-driven thermogenesis. Cold exposure and regular exercise can both turn up this inner furnace, boosting BAT activity and overall energy expenditure without relying only on willpower around food. Here, the focus shifts to a vicious metabolic loop. Hypothyroidism, with decreased thyroid hormone activity, slows energy processes and is linked to dyslipidemia, insulin resistance, and higher metabolic risk even in subclinical forms. On the other side, metabolic syndrome acts as an amplifier. Obesity and related metabolic problems can alter thyroid function, share disease pathways with atherosclerosis, and push cardiovascular risk higher when thyroid dysfunction is present. Together, these two conditions reinforce each other in a strong bidirectional link, making complications like insulin resistance and heart disease more likely unless the cycle is actively interrupted. It's time to bust a few thyroid myths. First up, TSH is normal, so my thyroid is fine. A lab value in the so-called normal TSH range can still sit at the upper end and carry extra metabolic risk, especially for people with hidden issues. Reality check, a normal-looking TSH does not guarantee optimal thyroid health and can mask underlying metabolic or autoimmune challenges. Second myth, all weight gain is thyroid-related. In reality, metabolism is complex and many factors contribute. While thyroid hormones matter, weight gain is usually multifactorial, involving diet, lifestyle, genetics, and other hormones working together. Understanding these myths keeps expectations realistic and helps you use thyroid testing as one important tool, not the whole story. Myth-busting continues with some of the most dangerous thyroid rumors. One claim says thyroid hormones are a magic weight loss pill. In reality, misusing these hormones can create serious health risks and harmful side effects throughout the body. Another myth says keto diets always improve thyroid function. Research shows they can actually reduce T3 levels in some people, which may slow parts of metabolism instead of helping. A final myth promises supplements fix everything. In truth, separating fact from fiction is essential. Smart thyroid care comes from evidence-based decisions, not quick-fix promises. After all the lab numbers and pathways, this is where you get real leverage. Your thyroid may be small, but everyday habits strongly shape its long-term function and healing, so simple daily actions can make a huge difference. Sleep and circadian rhythm provide foundational support. A consistent schedule is crucial for stable hormone signals. Nutrition matters through optimal timing, food composition, and a nutrient-rich diet that feeds thyroid function. Movement increases energy expenditure and helps activate brown fat for metabolism, while reducing endocrine-disrupting chemicals in your environment and checking everyday product exposure can ease stress on the thyroid. These lifestyle levers work alongside medical care to empower your thyroid rather than leaving everything to medication alone. Sleep is not just rest time for your thyroid. It is the rhythm that sets its natural flow. Thyroid hormone release, TSH, T3, and T4, follows the body's circadian rhythm, a precise 24-hour clock that times each surge of hormone. When sleep is disrupted, that clock slips, disturbing the delicate balance of the hypothalamic-pituitary-thyroid axis. Research shows that the impact depends on how long sleep is restricted. Poor sleep also drives cortisol dysregulation, interfering with T4 to T3 conversion and slowing cellular metabolism. Anchoring recovery means consistent bed and wake times, a calm sleep environment, and limiting screens before bed so this hormonal rhythm can reset. Fueling your thyroid starts with how and what you eat. Caloric regulation matters because both too few and too many calories can disrupt hormone production and throw off the hypothalamic-pituitary-thyroid axis. Macronutrient harmony comes from balancing proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Diets rich in lean protein and healthy fats support thyroid hormone synthesis. Avoiding extreme calorie restriction is also critical, since crash dieting can derail metabolism and upset hormonal balance. Carbohydrate quality adds another layer. Low glycemic load diets tend to support thyroid health, while frequent high glycemic foods are linked with negative effects, making mindful carb choices a powerful daily lever. Thyroid health is powered by more than hormones. It also depends on key micronutrient building blocks. Iodine is essential for thyroid hormone synthesis and supports normal growth and development. Selenium is vital for thyroid enzyme function and strong antioxidant defenses, while zinc supports thyroid hormone conversion and overall wellness. Vitamin D is an emerging player with a growing role in thyroid health and immune regulation, reminding that smart nutrition keeps this gland's chemistry running smoothly. Movement is one of the fastest ways to talk to your thyroid. Exercise improves energy and sleep, helps ease thyroid symptoms, and makes the body more sensitive to T3 and T4 as they regulate metabolism. As you move, overall energy expenditure rises, boosting calorie burn and supporting steadier metabolic regulation across the day. Activity also activates brown adipose tissue, or BAT, a thermogenic organ switched on by cold, exercise, and diet that enhances lipid metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Consistent daily movement, not just intense workouts, is key. Every step truly counts for activating your metabolism. Environmental endocrine disruptors are hidden threats that quietly interfere with the body's hormone system. These chemicals can mimic or block hormones, and their impact on thyroid health is significant because they alter hormone synthesis, transport, metabolism, and action. Microplastics and PFAS compounds stand out as key disruptors, acting as hormone disruptors, reshaping thyroid architecture and disturbing cellular signaling. You can still fight back. Reduce plastic use by swapping to glass or stainless steel, check product ingredients, choose fresh, unprocessed foods, and keep living spaces well ventilated to minimize daily exposure. Knowing when to seek medical help can protect your thyroid before problems snowball. Hypothyroidism red flags include persistent fatigue, unexplained weight gain, feeling cold all the time, hair loss, and noticeable mood shifts. Hyperthyroidism swings the other way, with unexplained weight loss, pounding heartbeats or palpitations, anxiety or nervousness, and mood swings that feel out of proportion. Risk rises if there is a family history of thyroid disease or autoimmunity, so ask for diagnostic clarity with a comprehensive thyroid panel beyond TSH that includes free T3, free T4, and TPO antibody testing. Here's your take-home framework for holistic thyroid health. First, understand your unique thyroid markers so key lab results can guide personalized strategies and true well-being. Next, integrate consistent, joyful movement to manage stress and support metabolism, and prioritize sleep and circadian alignment by keeping steady sleep patterns for hormonal balance and recovery. Then, minimize environmental toxins by reducing exposure to endocrine-disrupting chemicals and nourish yourself with diverse, whole foods so nutrient-rich, unprocessed meals can fuel thyroid function and holistic health. Empower your metabolic health by choosing a clear path to vitality. This journey is about reclaiming your energy, weight, and vitality so daily life feels lighter and more focused. If this masterclass sparked new insights, subscribe for more evidence-based health guidance, and share this masterclass with others who are still searching for answers. This masterclass stands on a deep stack of thyroid science, not guesses. The references behind this journey cover everything from how the hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis talks to brown fat, to how fasting, gut microbes, micronutrients, pregnancy, and even thyroid cancer guidelines shape real-world care. Together, these studies highlight how thyroid hormones connect to brain health, bone strength, oxidative stress, and long-term outcomes, giving you evidence-based tools instead of quick fixes.
Subscribe to BioTuber Online and unlock unlimited potential to improve every aspect of your health. Find real solutions for weight loss, blood sugar management, heart health, and mental resilience. Plus, science-driven answers for balancing hormones, boosting immunity, supporting healthy aging, optimizing digestion, managing pain, and preventing chronic disease. Learn to recharge your energy, enhance sleep, sharpen memory, and build strength through trusted fitness routines and nutrition plans grounded in the latest medical research. Explore topics like gut health, stress reduction, inflammation control, women's wellness, men's health, skincare, mindful living, reproductive health, bone and joint care, and integrative therapies. No matter your age or goal, this channel simplifies cutting-edge studies and expert insights, offering practical tips for total wellness, physical, emotional, and social. Join the BioTuber Online community for step-by-step guidance, actionable strategies, and daily motivation you can rely on. Subscribe now for evidence-based content and never miss an opportunity to thrive in every area of your life.